friends, how you doing today? I am doing well, and I hope you are also. And listen, this is a little bit of story time today. A little story time. I went on an excavation yesterday, an excursion. I went on a trip. I went someplace. Okay, so this is the deal. If you have been watching my channel, I am a movie collector. I'm a movie lover, man. One thing that I grew up with was the movies. Okay, I love the movies, so I know a lot about movies. I know a lot about music, and I know a lot about toy collecting. I've been collecting toys pretty much all my life. And unfortunately, when I reach a certain age and I moved out of my house into my own apartment, I left my toys behind, and Dad done thrown them all out. That's what he did. He threw them all out. So now I'm in a constant search for my stolen childhood, for my childhood that's now in a landfill somewhere. So now I'm like a big kid searching for my childhood. But yeah, I watch movies to escape this crazy reality, which is life. Okay, so I'm that's probably the reason why you watch movies too. It's probably I think when you go buy a ticket to a movie, it's like a Polar Express thing. It's like you buy a ticket to the movie and you have like an hour, 2 hours, and lately, like with the new Batman, like 3 hours of just an escape. Okay, yeah, it's like $17, a lot more expensive than it was back in the day. I used to pay $4.25 to go see a movie. Actually, when I first started going to the movies by myself, it was $2.25. And then it ended up being like $4.25, then $5, and now we're up to, I think, what, $16, $17 to go see a movie. But yeah, for the 3 hours to escape this crazy reality that is life, it's a good thing. So a bunch of things have happened to me lately. A bunch of things happened to me. I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. The Foo Fighters. The Foo Fighters is what happened to me. I think you get signs. You get signs from certain places in your life, okay? And they may be signs from a supreme being, something bigger than you, okay? Because in your crazy mind, okay, in your own head, you can't control nothing, okay? You can't control nothing. You try to control things, but you can't control nothing. Things are gonna happen. You have really no control. You're kind of just left to the mercy of whatever. You know what I mean? And so the Foo Fighters, they've been on my radio. They've been on my radio, and I think they're speaking to me. I think that I'm being spoken to by the Foo Fighters. Because listen, I'm driving my car. This has been like 3 days now, 4 days now. Like, listen, every day that I've been in my car recently, the Best of You song keeps coming on. Okay, is someone getting the best of you? That song, yes, that song keeps coming on and telling you a little story about how do you feel? How do you feel? Is somebody really controlling your life that much that they're stealing your joy? They're stealing your feelings of you can listen. I'll tell you right now. Years this has been happening to me. I used to work with a guy. It used to be a supervisor of mine, and this guy was just evil. Okay, that's why I gotta say evil. Okay, he would hound me and ride me and attack me, and it's like it was mostly over overtime. Okay, listen, I'm a family man. I got 4 children that I love very much, and when my first child was born, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna buckle myself down and work 7 days a week unless I have to. Christmas time's coming up. I want to make a little extra money for my kids. Then I'll work a little extra overtime for my kids. Okay, I want to buy myself a toy. I want to buy myself some movies. I want something I want to buy for myself or for my wife. I want to get her a special little gift. I'm going to work the overtime, but I'm going to do it if I want to do it. Not because you're telling me to do it, not because you're insisting that I do it. But you know what? This guy used to give me so much crap, okay? I'll say crap, okay? He would be like, everybody else is doing it. I'm like, yeah, can everybody, hey, listen, most of the people that work here are on drugs, okay? Most of the people that work here are on either smoking the weed, okay, or they're on some kind of prescription medication that they're taking that's not even prescribed to them, okay? The people in this place are messed up, okay? So what you're telling me is you want me to be put in the same group as these people. Now, nothing against these people. They got their issues, and they're dealing with their issues in their own way. But that ain't me. That was not me. And you're not going to bring me down to that level. These people are here 7 days a week because they hate their families, because most of them hate themselves so much. That's why they're self-medicating themselves. And you want me to be brought down to that level? You want to get the best of me? You want to bring me to your level where you're here 7 days a week and 12 hours a day working double shifts? I had a guy one time. I'm leaving right before Christmas Eve. We're getting out of work, and I see a guy coming in with a rug. He's coming into work with a rug. Now, you don't see this normally. You don't see people showing up I worked at a mill, okay, and this guy's coming in with a rug, and I'm looking at this guy, Christmas Eve, we're getting out of work. I'm like, what are you doing here with a rug? He's like, I'm coming in to make a little extra money. The boss, he said, I put a rug in his office. I make a little extra money, you know. I'm like, okay, now listen, people. If you are hurting for money, if you need money, that's one thing. But this guy in particular, he was loaded. He had 2 businesses on the side, okay? He lives in a house that is paid off in full, okay? And when he bought the house, he paid for it in full. I think he paid $500,000 for the house, whatever. And it's worth about almost $2 million now. I mean, the thing's got columns. It's got columns like he's living in Rome, okay? But he's still not satisfied with this. He's not happy with this. Owning 2 businesses, and he wouldn't even hire extra people. He'd run the 2 businesses on his own and complain about how tired he was, how busy he was, and how messed up he was. Because you're cheap. Because you're a cheap, rotten person that is too selfish to even hire staff. You won't even hire staff. And you want to bring me to your level. These are the people you want me to be related with? You want to get the best of me? No! It's it. It's done. It's done. It's done. You know, if you don't get up in the morning, get dressed, and go to work, and just, if you wouldn't, there was a comedian one time that said this, and I lived my life by this, and I've walked out of jobs. I've lived my life by this. If you get up every morning and you wouldn't go do the thing that you're doing right now for absolutely nothing, then you're wasting your life. What a waste. I mean, I understand you gotta make a buck. You gotta support your families. You gotta pay your mortgages. You gotta pay your stuff. But if you're a miserable person, you hate yourself. You hate yourself. When you hate yourself, this is what happens. When you hate yourself, you hate your wife. You hate your kids. You hate everything that's going on around you. You cannot be, nothing's going to make you happy because you make the money and you spend the money. Okay? Does it make you happy paying all the bills? No, it probably doesn't. Does it make you, when you get that big paycheck, okay, and you're holding it in your hand, yeah, you probably got a little smile on your face. But as soon as you got that in your hand, it goes in the bank. It's going to go to someplace else. It's going to go somewhere. So if you're not getting up every morning and just happy to go do what you're doing, because life is short, people. This is the problem. Life is short. So yeah, I think the Foo Fighters are speaking to me. Okay, I was originally, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go look for something else. I'm gonna go find another job, and then I'm like, no, don't think so. I am gonna enjoy my life for a little bit. Wonder why? Because I'm 40 plus years old. I could drop dead tomorrow. Okay, we are not promised a tomorrow. Okay, I don't know if anybody understands this concept except for me. This is a me thing. Okay, but we are not promised a tomorrow. Okay, so every day that I wake up, I'm like, thank you. I got another day. Thank you for that other day. You know, it's like it just makes me feel good. I go to bed and I'm like, thank you for another day. I got another day. Even if it was a bad day, I'm like, thank you for just having another day. I don't care if it was a good day, bad day. I had another day. Okay, and a Foo Fighter tell me someone getting the best of you. Don't let people get the best of you. You know what I mean? People are different but the same. We all got hearts. Just some people are directed in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? I struggled as a child. I had a difficult childhood. Nobody will deny that. Okay, maybe a few people will deny it. Maybe a few people live in the la la land, looking back at my childhood, like, oh, everything was beautiful and wonderful. Listen, Christmas may have been beautiful for me. Okay, I might have had 101 toys underneath that Christmas tree. But if you don't feel an ounce of love, those toys ain't worth nothing. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. I can look back at my childhood and I'll be like, yeah, the Christmas trees were packed with toys. Where's my hug? Where's my I love you? Where is that stuff? Okay, because that was all a little bit missing. Okay, and now I'm having a little bit of maybe a midlife crisis here. Okay, maybe I'm having a little bit of an issue with my life, and that's why I'm back to collecting toys. That's why I live my life through movies and music. That's my escape. That's why I talk to you guys. Wonder why? And I'm gonna tell you right now. Listen, I may be a little off today. But this is all out of love. This is all out of love for you guys. Okay. Just like my kids, I always tell my kids, Dad went through everything that he went through in his life. I struggled through everything I went through in my life. Listen, I maxed out credit cards. I went through bankruptcies. I got pulled over by the police. Listen, I had all these things happen in my life for a reason. It was because I had to struggle so I can teach you not to struggle. So I can teach you not to struggle. And I'm going to throw this out there. I know I'm all over the place this morning. I talked the other day about gas and how we're going to save money on gas and how the gas prices are going crazy. And if you pump your gas extremely slow, okay, you're going to get more gas in your tank. Now, after talking about this on my video, I think it was like 2 videos ago, or whatever. Yeah, check it out. I'll put the little link there up there for the video that I talk about how to save money on gas, how we're gonna put more gas in our car. So after saying this to you people, I had doubt. I had doubt in my mind, and so what I did is for 2 days, I put gas in my car, only $10, okay? So I let it run down to see where it was gonna go, and then I put exactly, not 10.01, not 9.95, exactly $10. And I'm telling you right now, first day I pumped it fast to see what my wife's been doing. I'm like, I noticed she's in a hurry. I know most people, when you go to the gas pumps, you're probably on your way to work. You're probably on your way home. You don't want to deal with pumping gas. I'll tell you right now, pumping gas is not an exciting thing for, I don't think anybody's like, yeah, let's go to the gas station. I don't think anybody's ever been like, can't wait to go to the gas station. I'm so excited about going to the gas station. No, you go to the gas station because you need to go for gas, okay? So when you go to the gas pumps, you want to get the heck in there and you want to get the heck out of there. Listen, that's the way most people are, okay? But this guy told me this thing 14 years ago, and I stuck by it for 14 years, and I wanted to test my theory, or his theory, or whatever. He said he talked to the people that maintain the gas tanks. He told me that he talked to the people that pump the gas in the actual ground, the truck that shows up in the ground. And all of them said the same thing, that there's a certain amount of air in the line. And if you pump your gas extremely slow, okay, and you let the numbers just barely move, you're gonna get more gas in your car because there's air that comes out along with the gas. For 14 years, I've been confused, and I asked you guys for a little bit of feedback. I didn't really get much feedback on the gas, but hopefully you guys have been trying it out yourself. But I've been trying it out for 2 days just for you. Now it's a science channel. This is now a science channel. I'm doing science to try to help you guys out so you don't have to work all kinds of crazy hours and kill yourself just because you're putting gas in your car, okay? So for 2 days, I pumped extremely slow. I'm going to tell you right now, my friends, first day I pumped fast, I got nothing. The needle barely moved. $10 only. $10 only. Okay, I'm gonna make this very clear. Exactly $10. The needle barely moved. Okay? Today, I pumped the gas in the car extremely slow. I mean, the numbers were barely moving. Quarter a tank of gas in the car. Quarter a tank of gas. Is it quarter a tank, that one first line? The first line, okay? I let the thing run down till the bell went off, till my gas light went on. This is what I've been doing. I waited for the gas light to come on. As soon as the gas light came on, not 10 minutes later, not 15 minutes later, not 20 minutes later, I go directly to the gas station. It hasn't been any difference in my length of time from there to there. It's been approximately the same. And I let it pump really, really slow today. And it went up to the first line. The other day, pumped really, really fast. Numbers went flying. And got hardly any gas in the car. So I think there's some kind of truth to it. I think there's some kind of truth. Test it with your car. When you get to that gas station, don't be in a hurry. Slow down. Pump it slowly. Think of it as, would you be throwing dollar bills at that's what I picture myself. I don't know. I'm at the gas pump, just like I'm at a strip club or something. I'm throwing dollar bills at the gas pump. No. Listen. Would you go? Okay, no. This is probably a bad would you want to speed that up, or would you want to sit there and enjoy? I mean, man, maybe that's the wrong way. Personally, I've never been to a strip club. Let me tell you that right now. I never made it in. I have a whole another story all about that for another time. Okay, but I never made it in. But I play Grand Theft Auto. I know what's going on at the club. You know what I'm talking about. So anyway, listen. So with that said, I went on an excursion trip. So yeah, the gas thing, check it out. Pump slow. You try it. Pump slow, see what happens. Okay, pump fast, see what happens. Okay, but I found the thing. It was a difference, a big difference. So $10 a few days ago did not give me what it gave me today. And I like I said, fast, hardly anything. Slow, first line. Is that quarter of a tank? I'm bad with math and fractions and percentages or whatever that stuff is. I am not a math guy. Okay, that's why I never finished the whole college thing there, because math scares me. I don't know if that's is that comment below on this one. Is the fear of math, like, if I ain't even joking. If somebody gives me a math problem, or they give me a bunch of numbers to figure out, or they give me whatever, I have a panic attack. I have an anxiety attack. The numbers start moving around, and I get like a full blown anxiety attack. I can't deal with numbers. I can't deal with math and numbers. I just can't do it. I don't know if that's a thing. I should probably Google that. I should probably Google whether or not that's like a phobia or a sickness or whatever it is. But it's something. It really is something, because I'll tell you right now, when high school, college, when it came time for me to do college math, my wife, luckily we had the laptop and thing was going on over here. I was taking an at-home math class because she helped me through the whole damn thing, because I am afraid of math. Math scares me. I have a fear of math. Okay, if that's even a thing, I go crazy. So anyway, oh man, I'm getting off track today. But listen, I love you guys. Love you. Okay, listen. So we decided to go on an excursion, okay? Because I'm trying to refine my childhood, and I started collecting these things. Okay, I'm gonna show you what we're talking about here. 1/6 scale figures. Okay, now these are Hot Toys 1/6 scale figures, and these are extremely expensive. Okay, let me see if I can get that up there, and you see the whole thing. This is the Jack Nicholson Joker. One of the last toys I bought before I walked out of my my job. Okay, so this was like a $500, $600 figure. Hope you saw that well. Okay, but that's what I've been into. That's what I've been collecting, and that's what I was collecting for months prior to me taking my leap of faith out of my job. Okay, so here's the deal. You got to store these things somewhere. You got to display them. Listen, most of my toys I keep in boxes. I keep wrapped up. Okay, I don't open them because that depreciates the value. But I'm reaching 40+ years old here, my friends, and I have reached a point in my adulthood that I want to start enjoying my toys. I want to be able. I want to hit the light, and I want to look at them in all their glory. I want to pick them up. I want to hold them. I want to touch them. Look at this. I mean, normally this thing would stay in the box for eternity, okay? It would never be enjoyed. It would never be fun. It would never be anything. You know, it would just be sitting in a box, but they're just too beautiful to not. Okay, if you don't know what a 1/6 scale Hot Toy is, these toys are not really toys. I mean, these are works of art. Each one of these heads is hand painted by a person. This wasn't mass produced in a factory where they're just shooting out heads. You know, like the normal toys you see at like Walmart. These things were molded and sculpted by artists. Everyone is different. Each one has a little flaw or a little thing or a little something or whatever, just like a diamond. These things have so much value. Matter of fact, they increase in value. I said this a while back. I don't know if anybody was listening to me then, but I went and go sell some firearms recently, okay? And they gave me nothing for that. I felt like I was on that Porn Stars TV show. They're like, oh, so you want to play that game right there? I'm like, okay, well, I paid $300 for it. I'll give you $100. And I'm like, $100? I paid $300. Yeah, well, I can't do any better than that. I'm like, can you make maybe $120? Okay, I can do 120. And I'm like, and I walk out of there with my 120, big smile on my face, because I had to pay for my son's tuxedo corsage thing there and all this stuff. So I needed the money to pay for his stuff. So I walked out of there all happy for selling this thing. But then I was like, I paid $300. You just gave me 120. I understand you got to make some money, but and then the funny thing is, 2 days later, I go online on their website and they're selling my firearm for like almost, it was like $289, something like that. It was like almost $300. So I'm like, wow. So I feel really stupid. But what are you gonna do? Like, you can't sell firearms. You can't just sell them anymore. It's not a thing. So you gotta go to a dealer, and they're gonna mess you up. They're gonna mess you up. But these things, these 1/6 scale figures, they just appreciate in value. They don't decrease in value. They don't. I don't have one yet that has decreased. They've only multiplied. Okay, I'm throwing, math. Yes, they've added in value. So yeah, so I needed a place to display my figures. Okay, so I bought these things called Detolfs. Picture over here. There it is. That's a Detolf. Okay, if you're fancy, you put some lights in it. I put some lights in my Detolf. So my Detolf, I got 2 of them right now with figures, three cabinets, whatever, filled with figures. And I bought lights from the Home Depot. I laced them all up in the Detolf, and they work off my phone. So I walk through the door after going out, and I want to see my toys in their beauty. I hit the button on my phone, and it lights up. It's like a magical. It's a magical place now. I'm living in a magical world. So these Detolfs are sold by IKEA Detolfs. Okay, these are like a big thing, and they were sold out during the pandemic for forever. They couldn't, I guess, because they weren't getting things overseas or they weren't shipping them. There was some kind of issue going on, and I could not get my hands on not a one of them, not a one. And then I started checking Facebook Marketplace. Okay, I started checking Facebook Marketplace to see if I could find somebody locally that might be getting rid of theirs. I found some guy was getting rid of 2. I'm like, perfect. I got life-size Chucky dolls. Chucky, Tiffany, what's the little boy's name? Don't do this to me. Every day I gotta forget something. He's in the glass case over there. Chucky, Tiffany, and Glenn. Oh, Glinder. Remember? And I got the original good guy in the box. Now, these are all Trick or Treat Studios $600 a piece figures. They're $600 a piece. They need to be put behind some kind of museum glass. And this guy on Facebook Marketplace was selling 2 of them for $75. I'm like, I'm there. Wherever it is, we're going, okay? So I bought those. And then I started collecting these 1/6 scale figures. I need another 2. I need another 2 DTOFs. And all of a sudden, IKEA gets them in stock at $75 plus tax a piece. So about $80 or change a piece for these things. I went and bought 2. Okay, we drove all the way up to the IKEA. We had the MapQuest, that thing. Let's go. We had to do that Google thing. Let's go. Google Quest or whatever that thing is there, MapQuest or Drive, whatever the app is my wife's got. Let's go. Let's go up there, and it cost me $80 a piece for these things. So I'm stocking these things up with my figures and everything, and then I tell the wife, I'm like, I need 2 more. If I had 2 more, that's it. I'd be able to fit everything that I have. Like right now, I'm not working. I got no income. So I'm like, okay, I ain't not buying no more. Now it's just fix up the house and meet some me time. It's time for me to make some videos. It's time for me to straighten up the things in my life. Time for me to get my head clear and figure out what's going on here and make sure that the next place I go, nobody's going to be getting the best of me. Yeah, or you. Okay, think about that. This is the deal. So we go on Facebook Marketplace. I go on. Me and the wife were arguing too. It's a funny thing because she had transferred money into her account. There's something went on over there, and it was like she went to pay a bill, and then it was a weird thing. Okay, it was a weird thing, and I was very apologetic. Okay, I was just on edge. But as I'm laying here on edge, I check out this thing, and this guy's got 3 DTOFs actually for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and he wanted $50. Okay, and I'm like, yeah. So me and the wife are fighting, but I'm reluctantly sending her over the pictures of the thing so she can contact the guy because she's the contact the guy person, okay? I'm not the contact the guy person. She's the contact the guy person. Do you still have them in stock? Can we go pick them up? Let's make a deal. Let's go. She's that person. I'm the, hey, I found it. Now you go figure it out. Because she does the driving, okay? We talked about this in the other video where I got the copyright and hitting thing there for the driving Miss Daisy thing. She does the driving. So she makes a deal with the guy. The guy's like, yeah, I'll be available tomorrow. I have to get out of work. Let's go up there. And this, my friends, is where I met my doppelganger. Okay, now listen, we watched that Us. What's the name of the movie? I'm looking at my not M. Night Shyamalan. Why am I looking at M. Night Shyamalan? I shouldn't be looking. It is Us. Why am I looking at that direction? Why would it even be over there in that direction? Why? For some reason my eyes are drawn to the M. Night Shyamalan collection, but it's not M. Night Shyamalan. It's the other guy there. Wow, it is Us. It's Us. U.S. Us. Yeah. Yeah. So we drive. This is one of them drives. We went those drives, and we showed up at this guy's house. The guy opens up the door, and this was I don't want to disrespect the man, but I think he was either Spanish or Puerto Rican. Okay, but this was my Spanish or Puerto Rican doppelganger. This guy. I could have talked to this guy. Listen, if he would have asked me to move in with him, me and him probably be roommates right now. This guy was me. I mean, I'm talking interests. Even the looks. It was. My wife looked at me. She goes, "You guys were like the same height, same build. You had the same interests. Everything was exactly the same." She goes, "We weren't exact twins. I mean, we didn't look exactly alike. But we're talking the little the little soul patch thing going on. Everything. This guy had it to the T, okay? So he comes out, and this was the nicest guy. He's like, I collect toys. I used to have all these toys in my DTOS or whatever. And he goes, now I'm starting to sell off some of my collection. I had a brick and mortar store where I was a toy seller. Me and this guy had like the same exact interest. And then the funny thing is I'm trying to sell the hot toys to my wife. I'm trying to get her to understand that these things are not just toys, they're an investment. When I spend $500 on a figure, these things are going to appreciate in value. It's like buying a stock or bond, okay? Which is true, because I'll tell you, I bought a set of figures. It was a Batman Michael Keaton and a regular Batman Michael Keaton. So you got the Bruce Wayne Michael Keaton, and you got the Batman Michael Keaton. And I paid $500 for the thing, By the end of the night, it was worth $1,000. It doubled its price. And I have been doing really, really good with buying like these things low end, like real cheap. I got one figure right now that I am gonna sell. I am gonna sell it because I bought it from my own stupidity. It was a Star-Lord Star-Lord Guardians of the Galaxy figure. My theory was I was going to buy all the rest of the Guardians. And I realized that one of the characters is like $800. And I'm like, no. I'm like, number one, I like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, but I'm not big enough of a fan to go buy all of the characters for thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm not that big enough of a fan. I enjoyed the movie. I thought the movies were great. I got nothing bad to say about the movies, but it's not my thing. You got to find, when you're collecting these things, you got to find your niche. You got to find out one thing that is you're absolutely love and you're absolutely passionate about. And me, it's movies and music and stuff like that. But the Guardians of the Galaxy just wasn't it. So the Star-Lord came in, and I paid a little bit of money for it, and I'm actually putting it on eBay for a little bit more money, only because it would be ridiculous for me to try to sell a thing for the price that I paid for it, because it's literally tripled in price. Okay, so I'm not gouging nobody either. Okay, I put it for $50 more than what I paid for it. So I don't think I'm not that arms dealer guy there that just ripped me off almost $200 or whatever. I'm not that guy. Okay, somebody's gonna be happy with that. Matter of fact, I put right in the write-up thing there. You know, maybe I wanted to find a home where you're gonna display it prominently. I said, with me, it would have stayed in the box and collect dust, because I wouldn't put it out until I had the rest of the Guardians, and I don't plan on buying the rest of the Guardians. I can't afford it. I cannot afford it, and I really don't have a passion for it. I didn't have a passion. It's not like the Terminator or RoboCop or stuff that I grew up with. So it's more of like stuff I grew up with is what I collect as far as the figures go. If you see behind me here, which you probably can, there's a 1/6 scale Elvis over here, and a 1/6 scale a Christopher Reeve Superman. That's who I grew up with. Okay, not this new Superman, Christopher Reeve. That's Christopher Reeve in there. If you open up that Superman box over there, it says in memory of Christopher Reeve, and then there's a Christopher Reeve clone hot toy in there, and that's what's in there. Okay, and I have not displayed that yet because I'm waiting for the to display it with my Bruce Wayne and my Bruce Wayne Adam West and Burt Ward Robin. Okay, I'm plan on putting them all together in one detour with the lights and everything. That's the plan. So anyway, I go see this guy, and we drove for a while, and he sells me these detours and everything, and he was just the nicest guy. And I'll tell you, we had the same interests. I mean, I felt like we kind of looked alike, and we talked alike, and he's telling my wife these are in good investment, and he's like trying to sell it the way that I would be selling it to my wife. And then on top of that, we start talking about our kids and everything. And now my kids, I said, I used to collect basketball cards, and football cards, and hockey cards and stuff like that. He goes, yeah, I used to too. He goes, back in 1994 or 93, whatever, I used to collect baseball cards and football cards and hockey cards. He goes, but I don't like sports. I'm like, I don't like sports. I'm like, I'm not a sports guy. The other day I went to the Jersey Mike's over here, and the guy's like, you gonna watch the game today? And I'm like, I don't know what game you're talking about. I come home and tell my son, he's like, the Celtics, they're in 3-1 or 5-10 or 16-7. I'm like, I don't know what's going on with the games. I'm not a sports guy. Listen, my dad was not a sports guy. I was not raised on sports. I think sports is like a thing that you got to be raised on. My biggest hang up, I think, is I wanted to play sports. I wanted to play baseball. I wanted to play football. I wanted to play soccer. But my father had no time for me to go do that stuff. So I think maybe I resent sports for some reason. And I would prefer to go watch a game. Okay, go watch a high school game over watching a professional game, or watch anything on TV. I have a problem with watching sports on TV because they keep pausing everything. I don't need to see that guy get that touchdown 5,000 times. I don't need to go see that guy slam that basketball 200 times. Listen, I got it, okay? They got the point. Proceed with the game. I used to say all the time when it came to football, that is such the longest drawn-out game. Now, listen, I hope you football fans, listen, hey, exciting for you. You love it. I'm glad you love it. But you got to agree a little bit that we can only see this guy get the touchdown so many times. You know, we get from 15,000 different angles. Let's just proceed with the game. Let's just keep going with the game. And if maybe it's different if you're at the game itself. I've never been to a game itself, but I'm assuming that they can't stop and replay over and over again if you're at the game. This is a TV thing. So I've had a bad sports TV experience. Let me make that very clear. I've seen football games at my kids' high school. I've seen baseball games at the park, and I enjoy those because they just keep going. Maybe my attention span is just a little bit too short, and that's a me thing. Okay, that's not a you thing. It might be a me thing. Okay, but I can't stand watching sports on TV. I just can't stand watching the same thing over and over again from 5,000 different angles. Listen to this commentator talk about it. And let's find out what you think about it. And let's go on the field and see what that guy thinks about it. Let's go. Listen, know what I think about it? I think, yeah, they got a touchdown. That's a point. Let's go. that's what I think about it. But anyway, so he helps us load these DTOFs into the car. And we're having such a good conversation. He's talking to me about, he's like, what's your son into? I'm like, he collects the cards. He goes, yeah. He goes, I collected them too. And he goes, yeah, but the value of those kind of drop. And I said, listen, I told my son the other day, I said, they're cardboard. I said, I can't see buying you a basketball card of this guy. He wanted a Steph Curry basketball card, like it's $800. Graded, $800 graded. I'm like, I said, listen, why don't you just buy the new cards? Why don't you wait for the next big star? Because he's like, oh, one of these days I'm going to get myself a Michael Jordan rookie. Listen, when I was a kid, I wanted a Michael Jordan rookie, okay? Now they're like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Listen, let's just face this, okay? Unless you become like a lawyer or some kind of big businessman, and that's your passion later on in life, and you want to make payments on a Michael Jordan rookie card, kind of like I'm doing with my toys now, okay? If that's your passion later on in life, you're going to get that thing. You're going to get, listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. Here's a little melted movie trick to life. Have faith. Believe that things are going to happen, and they're going to happen. And I'm not talking about just say, oh, yeah, I want to win the lottery. You don't just say you want to win the lottery and then you win the lottery. You got to be faithful to whatever it is that you're trying to believe in, okay? You want to believe. Listen, it's going to happen. It's going to happen for you. I have worked at so many terrible jobs, and then I found a real good one. You know, and then stuff happens, you know what I mean? But you just keep going. Every day you get up, you keep going. You keep going, and you keep your eyes on the prize. Always keep your eyes on the prize. Look for that thing that's going to make you truly happy. Because I'll tell you right now, my friends, if you do not have happiness, you are just going to be a miserable human being walking this human being. Somebody's going to hit me on that one. I'm going to be a human being. No, a human being. You're going to be miserable. Walking this planet till the day you drop dead. And what good is that? What good is that to your families? What good is that to your friends? What good is that to you? What are your kids seeing? What are your kids seeing in you when you're living your life miserable? They're gonna grow up to be miserable. Okay, my family, my parents were miserable. I grew up to be miserable, and then I realized something. One day I woke up and I just realized something. You don't have to. I don't have to. There's a saying that you grow up, you become your parents, or you become your whatever. You become society makes you what you are. You become whatever it is. True. Okay. I always when I taught the preschool, I used to tell them, choose your friends wisely, because I'll tell you, when I hung around with a lot of knuckleheads, I became a knucklehead. Okay. But you can make your own choices. You can still hang around with those knuckleheads, and then they're going to go do their thing, and you're like, okay, well, I'm going home today. I'm going home today. I don't really need that in my life. I don't need that. Listen, I need you because you're my friend and everything, and I appreciate you not doing what you do. But if you're gonna do it, I don't want to. If I'm important to you, you'll hang around. If I'm not important to you, then you'll go away. And that's the way it goes. I'm not here to please people. I'm not here to please you. Okay? If you enjoy my company, you hang in there, just like you, my friends. If you sat here for this amount of time, I appreciate you. I enjoy your company. This is very, very important to me. I had a guy. Do I have my phone handy here? I don't have my phone handy. No, I don't. No, I don't. I do. Pause for a second. Okay, and I'm back. Listen, okay, I'm back because I need to stop for a second. I want to show a little appreciation, and I hope nobody's offended by what I'm about to say or anything. But there's a couple of long time subscribers on my channel that I just want to give a little shout out to right now for making my life just that much better. Okay, I'll tell you right now, I could be going through so much stuff during the day. I could be down. Like, I'm down to the point where people are just kicking me and I can't get up. And then I'll turn on my phone, or I'll turn on my tablet, whatever, and I'll look at the comments on this channel. Please, people, keep commenting. Please keep commenting. If you don't do anything else, just keep commenting so I can hear from you, so I know that I'm doing something that's right. Okay, so there's a guy called I Never Had Mercy, and number one, this guy is just positive. I mean, he has been hanging in there through every rant every Blu-ray pickup, every doll I don't do action figure. Sorry, action. The man of action. Every action figure I purchase, this guy has been there watching the videos. He's got a comment to say. Usually every other video, every third video, and it always been something like motivational, uplifting, made me feel good. He throws in some things at the bottom, the little emoji things, which I always find kind of funny. The last one he did was, and I told the wife, I said, I'm reading the comments to her, and at the end he threw in a beer, a movie camera, some money, and a little winky face. And I told my wife, I said, well, I don't drink beer. I don't drink. I'm not a drinker. Okay, you guys might think I'm a drinker. Maybe I should be a drinker, but I'm not a drinker. I don't drink alcohol. And then movie camera, that's all about me. And then the money, I could be using me some money right now because yeah, it's just a thing. It's a thing for everybody. And then he gave me the winky face, like, oh, you on the right path, my friend. Okay, so I appreciate you, my friend. So, Mr. I Never Had Mercy, I guess you have a little bit, because I'll tell you, yeah, you really you brighten my day. You make me happy when I'm all messed up. This other person commented yesterday. Name was Penny, Penni. Okay. And that's all I gotta say about that. I don't. And the comment made me laugh. Okay, it was just a funny comment. Okay, and it brought me some joy. These comments bring me some joy. Let me tell you something else here. Wait a minute, hold on. There's another guy that I'm trying. I don't want to throw everybody out here to mess anybody up. And a couple people like, okay, there's a guy. Okay, Leroy Hernandez. Okay, I hope I say that right. I hope I'm saying that right, because this guy is special. Okay, he shows up every once in a while. Just like I swear, when I am at my lowest point in my life, okay, and I just make a video and he'll show up. And this guy doesn't like comment on all my videos. He comments just when I need him. It's like almost like he's like some kind of guardian angel or whatever. And he'll like post like what's up, funny man? You know what I mean? And that makes me feel, listen, I'm gonna put my phone down here. That makes me feel good. It makes me feel, listen, if you think I'm funny, if I'm making you laugh, when I was a kid growing up, all I wanted to make people laugh. I wanted to be a comedian so bad. I collect all these comedy CDs and stuff because I wanted to so badly be up on that stage and tell people my hurts and pains and stuff that I went on as a child, and make them laugh, okay? Because I used to do it at work. I did it for free. I'd be at work and I'd be telling people about my childhood, about the things, and the same things I'm telling you guys. The things that I tell you guys is what I would be telling them. And if I'm making you laugh, it's the same feeling with them, except I'm live. You know what I mean? And when I'm live, I'm very animated. I'm an animated character, okay? I'm moving around and I make facial expressions and I do voices, and I'm a very animated character here, and I'm a very animated character in person. I don't change. I ain't different nowhere. Any place. I am the same person here as I will be walking on the street. If you meet me on the street, I don't change. I don't change for nobody. I'm not going to change for anybody. But if I could make one person laugh a week, if I get one comment with a laughy face or smiley face or thumbs up with the rolling over laugh. I know you're not physically rolling over laughing, okay? Don't fool me, okay? That I don't know why they invented that rolling over laughing thing. My daughter always yells at me about that. She's like, don't send me to rolling over laughing unless you are rolling over laughing. And who the heck is rolling over laughing and texting? Okay, I'm not rolling over laughing and texting. That's not me. That's not what's going on. But you guys give me the rolling over laughing face there. It makes me feel good. So with that said, my friends, yeah, I picked up some detours. I met my doppelganger. This guy was Facebook Marketplace gold. When I figure out how to give him some kind of feedback there, I think it probably has to go through the wife. This guy's going to get, if I could give him 100,000 stars, I'd give him 100,000 stars. Because I'm that guy. I will make sure that you get the acknowledgement that you deserve in life. Okay? You people out there are good people. If you're watching this thing and you sat down here with me, you're a good person. You took the time with me, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate the people in my life. Okay? That's how I have developed myself, okay? It wasn't something that was taught to me by my family. It wasn't something that was taught to me by my friends. This is something that I had to learn throughout time, is that people, okay, they can be messed up, but people are also important, okay? And you need to tell people that you appreciate them. You need to show them you appreciate them. You need to let them know how important they are to you. And I'm going to tell you right now, you guys are important to me. Please do me a favor. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And I will see you later.